Welcome to Calcutta Races Spring Meeting, 4th day, Saturday, 22nd February 2020 race preview. First race will be the Eastern Air Command Cup to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. Number 1 will be Joss. Joss's last outing was this season over 1400 meters in race number 112, where Joss travelled right towards the tail end of the field till it turned for home, gradually gained places and finished on 7th out of 14 runners. Also in the same race we had number 3 MONTECASINO, who travelled very wide in the final stages of the race and managed to finish on 4th out of 14 runners. The winner of that race was Bojangles, who came up with a very late dash and just about won that race by half a length. Number 2 will be Apnata Maiga. Apnata Maiga has had 6 starts this season, finished on board in 2 starts. Last outing over 2,400 meters in race number 117. Apnata Maiga travelled 3rd till it turned for home and gradually dropped back 1 place and finished on 4th. And the winner of that race was Inca, who got that race by a shot head. Number 4 will be Reincarnation. Reincarnation's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 108, where Reincarnation travelled 6th till it turned firm, dropped back and finished on 9th out of 11 runners. Winner of that race was Sullivan. Now going over the trip of a mile is Reincarnation. Number 5 will be Simply Soaring, a support out of Sabre Dance. Simply Soaring's had 3 starts this season, has come out and won all 3 starts. She's surely been in form, is Simply Soaring. Last outing being over the metric mile of 1600 meters in race number 104, where Simply Soaring travelled 4th till it turned firm and came up with a very late dash in the final stages and won that race by 3/4 of a length by beating Windchaser. Number 6 will be Excelsior. What's the script and a love of my life? 1 start to this season, and I thought it was an absolute cracker of a start in race number 98 over 1400 meters, where Excelsior travelled 2nd till it turned for home, and then gradually took over the running. Been ridden hands and heels. Won that comfortably by 2 3/4 lengths by beating Rare Bird. Can't repeat it again as Excelsior. We move on to the second race, which is the Indian Air Force Cup to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Double Nine. Double Nine's last outing was in race number 123 over 1200 meters, where Double Nine travelled 7th till it turned firm, dropped back 1 place and finished on 8th. Also in the same race we had number 2 Gorish, who travelled 4th till it turned firm, came up with a bit of a late dash and managed to finish on 2nd, 4 lengths behind the winner. Also in the same race we had number 4 Aquitania, who finished on 4th. Number 6 Migrator, who finished on 7th, and number 8 Big Star, who finished 10th out of 11 runners, but the eventual winner of that race was an impressive winner that day. Fortune Express got it by 4 lengths. Number 3, we're looking at Lady of Luxury, Verena out of Ursa Romantic. 1 start this season, and I thought it was a blinder of a start in race number 82 over 1200 meters, where Lady of Luxury travelled 6th till it turned firm, gradually gained places on the outside, and came up with a bit of a late dash and finished on 3rd. And the winner of that race is Surf Romance, now being ridden by jockey P.S. Chauhan. Lady of Luxury is the one that you need to watch out for. Number 5 will be Oak Brook. Oak Brook's had 2 starts this season, finished on board in its first start. Last outing over 1600 meters in race number 92, finished on 6th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Exception, who got that by 2 1/4 lengths. Number 7, we're looking at Aftershock. Aftershock's last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 99, where Aftershock finished on 4th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Izzy, who got that by 1 3/4 lengths. Number 9 will be Incendio. Incendio's last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 112 after having won its second last start in race number 67 over the same distance. Last start, Incendio traveled 8th till it turned firm, gradually gained places down in the center and finished a very close third was Incendio. Winner was Bojangles. We move on to the third race, which is the Wansfell Handicap Horses in Class 5 to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Miami. Miami's had 5 starts this season, finish off the board in all 5 starts. Last outing was not impressive at all in race number 124 over 1200 meters, where Miami finished 10th out of 13 runners. Winner of that race was at weight. Mind you, Miami did lead the pack till it turned for home and then gradually faded back and finished 10th out of 13. Winner was at weight, as I mentioned. Number 2 will be Leopard Creek. Leopard Creek's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 120, where Leopard Creek traveled 6th till it turned firm and gradually gained a couple of places and finished on 4th was Leopard Creek. Also in the same race we had number 7 Dakshesh, who finished on 7th. Number 9 Mrs. Willy-Nilly, who finished 1 behind to finish on 8th, and number 12 Celerino, who finished on right at the tail end to finish on 12th out of 12 runners. Winner of that race was Christiana. Number 3 will be Shotgun. Shotgun's had 3 starts this season, finished off the board in all 3 starts. Last outing being in race number 102 over 1400 meters, where Shotgun finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Asmita, who got that by 3/4 of a length. Number 4 will be Hurricane Storm. Hurricane Storm's last outing was in race number 121 over 1200 meters this season, where Hurricane Storm traveled 8th till it turned firm, dropped back 1 place and finished on 9th out of 10 runners. Also in the same race we had number 8 BUDDYHOLLY, who finished on 5th, and number 10 FEISTY, who finished on 7th, now running with blinkers off is FEISTY, mind you, and number 11, that is Poker Prince, who finished on 8th, who's now running with a kinetic noseband on. Is Poker Prince, and the winner of that race is Caledonia. Number 5 will be Scorpion Queen. Scorpion Queen's last start was over 1100 meters in race number 131 this season, where Scorpion Queen finished on 8th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Guitar Girl, who came up at a very late dash and just about got that race by half a length. Number 6 will be Solar March. Solar March has had 2 starts this season, finished 3rd in its first start. Last outing over 1200 meters in race number 90. Solar March travelled right at the tail end till it turned firm, gradually gained a few places and managed to finish on 10th after much efforts. Also in the same race we had number 13, the 6 Seal, who finished on 8th, and the winner of that race was Night of Thunder, who got that in the stand side by length and a quarter. We move on to the 4th race, which is the Jingle Handicap to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. This being a no-whip race. Number 1 will be LUMENAC. LUMENAC's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 123, where LUMENAC travelled 2nd till it turned firm, gradually faded away and finished on 6th. And the winner of that race was Fortune Express. A runaway winner that day, got it by 4 lengths. Number 2, we're looking at Shimmering Star. Shimmering Star's had 2 starts this season, finished off the board in its first start. Last outing was quite an eye-catcher over 1100 meters in race number 119, where Shimmering Star actually led all the way till about the distance post and then was overtaken on the outside by Artful, and Shimmering Star finished on 2nd, just a length behind the winner. Also in the same race we had number 3 Midnight Star, who finished on 4th, and number 6 CARPE, who finished on 6th. Number 5 will be COMMUNIQUE. COMMUNIQUE has had 4 starts this season, having won its first start in race number 21, finished on 6th in its second start, then came out again and won its third start in race number 91. Last start was not impressive at all, where COMMUNIQUE travelled second till it turned firm, gradually faded away, and finished out 9th out of 14 runners. Winner was Bojangles. Number 7, we're looking at SUMMERHILL, Burden approved for a summer wine. Got an impressive run last outing in race number 97 this season, over 1200 meters. As SUMMERHILL actually travelled 6th till it turned firm, gradually gained places towards the inside, and just about lost that race to Aggression, who came up with a real dazzling run on the outside and went on to win that by a length and a quarter. Number 8, we're looking at Advait. Advait's last starting was quite impressive in race number 124 over 1200 meters, where Advait travelled second till it turned firm, was in a handy posse and gradually took over the running and kicked on gamely and went on to win that race by 2.5 lengths by beating Rare Bird. Was ridden on hands and heels, was Advait. We move on to the 5th race, which is the Obligado Plate for maiden horses 3 years old. Don't need to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 4 will be looking at Marazzo. Dandified out of Whistling Straight is the Marazzo. One start this season in race number 77 over 1400 meters, where Marazzo travelled 4th till it turned firm, gradually dropped back and finished on 7th out of 7 runners. Winner of that race was Santana, who made it a pillar to post victory and got that by length to the 3/4. Number 5, we're looking at Pinatubo, Corporate Jungle out of Shivalik Stone, as that 2 starts the season, finished second in both its outings, last one being quite impressive in race number 113 over a mile, where Pinatubo travelled 8th till it turned firm, gradually came up with a bit of a late dash and finished on second, 5 lengths behind the winner, who was too good that day, that is Black Pearl. Number 7 will be the Indicator. Indicators had one start this season in race number 84 over 1100 meters, where the Indicator travelled right at the tail end till it turned firm, gradually gained a couple of places and finished on 8th out of 10 runners after much efforts, and the winner of that race is Dawnish. Number 8, we're looking at Amazing Style. Amazing Style's had one start this season in race number 85 over 1200 meters. That was the only start she's had in her career, and quite an impressive start that was by Amazing Style. Travelled 8th towards the tail end till it turned firm, gradually gained places and managed to finish on 4th. Was Amazing Style. Winner of that race was Silver Bracelet. Number 9 will be Intellection. Intellection's had one start in her career, and that was this season in race number 40 over 1200 meters, where Intellection travelled 5th till it turned firm and then gradually dropped back one place and finished on 6th out of 9 runners. Winner of that race was Black Pearl. Number 10 will be Spring Valley. Spring Valley's last outing was quite an eye-catcher over 1200 meters in race number 93, where Spring Valley actually led till about 200 meters away from home and then gradually took over the running, was Code Jester, and won that race by 6 lengths, and Spring Valley settled for second spot. We move on to the 6th race, which is the Roubaix Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Atom. Atom's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 116 this season, where Atom travelled 7th till it turned firm and then gradually came up with a very late dash towards the stand side and finished on 3rd out of 12 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 6, that is Airlift, who finished on 10th out of 12 runners. Winner of that race was East Side, who came up with a real late dash and won that race by a length and a half. Number 2, we're looking at Beatles Bible. Beatles Bible's last outing was in race number 43 over 1200 meters, where Beatles Bible traveled 4th until it turned firm, gradually dropped back 2 places and finished on 6th out of 9 runners. Winner of that race was Hukumat, who won that by 3 1/4 lengths. Number 3, we're looking at Coconut. Coconut's last outing was over 100 in race number 112 over 1400 meters, where Coconut finished on 5th out of 14 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 4, Demonstrate, who finished 1 behind to finish on 6th, and the winner of that race was Bojangles. Number 5, we're looking at Rare Bird. Rare Bird's last outing was in race number 124 over 1200 meters. Has surely been knocking on the doors. Rare Bird, Surf Rider or Rhapsody in Blue. Last 3 starts has finished on 2nd, and all 3 starts have been really unlucky. Last one being in race number 124, where Rare Bird traveled 4th until it turned firm and then finished on 2nd. Couldn't catch strides with the winner. That was at weight. Also in the same race, we had number 8, Modification, who finished on 7th. Number 7 will be Rohit K. Rohit K has had 1 start this season in race number 66 over 1400 meters, where Rohit K travelled 3rd till it turned firm and then gradually took over the running for about 100 meters, and then eventually was overtaken on the outside by Simply Soaring, and Rohit K had to settle for 3rd spot, and a close 3rd, I would say. Number 9 will be Kimaya. Kimaya has had 2 starts this season, finished 2nd in its first start, and last outing was over 1600 meters in race number 51, where Kimaya travelled 8th until it turned firm, gradually gained places, and finished on 4th was Kimaya, and the winner of that race was Nandish. We move on to the last race, which is the Silver Balm Handicap Forces in Class 5, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Christiana. Christiana's last outing was in race number 120 this season over 1200 meters, where Christiana travelled 5th until it turned firm, and then after a hard-fought battle, came up with a very late dash. Was Christiana, was ridden on hands and heels in the final stages, and a couple of reminders just blew the field away in the last 50 meters. Sprung a surprise was Christiana by coming out to win that race by 3/4 of a length by beating Luna Lucinda. Also in the same race, we had number 2, Uncrowned King, who finished on 5th, and number 5, Luna Lucinda, as I mentioned, who finished on 2nd. Number 3 will be Botswana Star. Botswana Star's last outing was over a mile in race number 104 this season, where Botswana Star finished on 3rd after much efforts. Winner of that race was Simply Soaring. Now running over 200 meters less is Botswana Star, and being ridden by jockey Imran Chisti. Number 4, we're looking at Caledonia, winning legend on a silver profile, having run 10th in its second last start in race number 103 over a mile. Last outing over 1200 meters in race number 121. Sprung a surprise was Caledonia at 7-1. Travelled 2nd till it turned firm, caught onto the rail side and just took over the running and blew the field away. Won that by 3 lengths by beating Swan Light. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Stormfront, who finished on 3rd. Number 6 will be Happy Returns. Happy Returns' last outing was in race number 65 over 1400 meters, where Happy Returns actually travelled 8th out till it turned firm, gradually gained places on the outside, and finished on 2nd, a close 2nd, I would say, 3/4 lengths behind the winner, that was Glendower. Number 8, we are looking at Havana Grey. Havana Grey's last outing was over 2,400 meters this season in race number 73, where Havana Grey travelled right at the tail end of the field till it turned firm and remained in that spot and finished a faraway 9th out of 9 runners. Absolutely detached from the field was Havana Grey, and the winner of that race was Prince of Art. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and hope to see you at the races tomorrow afternoon.